In the bustling village of Mbara, nestled deep in the heart of Africa, lived a woman named Gigi. Gigi was known far and wide for her strict and unkind ways. She had a young maid named Binti, who was as kind as the morning sun. One hot afternoon, Gigi came home with a bag. She called out to Binti in her sharp voice, "Binti, come here at once." Binti hurried over, her heart pounding. Gigi opened the bag and pulled out two dead rats. "Cook these for dinner," she commanded, her eyes flashing with anger. Binti's eyes widened in shock. She had never cooked rats before. In Mbara, rats were considered dirty and unclean. "But madam, these are rats," Binti exclaimed. "Do as I say." Gigi snapped. "You will cook them, and we will both eat them." Binti had no choice. She went to the kitchen and started preparing the rats. She washed them carefully, trying not to think about what she was doing. As she cooked, she prayed silently for help. When the meal was ready, Gigi and Binti sat down to eat. Gigi took a big bite, glaring at Binti to do the same. Trembling, Binti took a small bite. Suddenly, something magical happened. As soon as the food touched their tongues, they both felt a strange tingling sensation. The rat's meat tasted unlike anything they had ever eaten before. It was sweet and savory, like the finest feast. They ate in silence, savoring each bite. That night, as Binti slept, she had a strange dream. She dreamt of a beautiful forest filled with glowing animals and magical creatures. In the dream, an old wise woman with silver hair approached her. "Binti," she said gently, "you have shown great bravery and kindness. The rats you ate were not ordinary rats. They were enchanted creatures that grant special powers to those who eat them." Binti woke up, her heart racing. She felt different, stronger. When she looked at her hands, they seemed to glow faintly. She hurried to Gigi's room to tell her what happened, but Gigi was already awake and looking just as astonished. "Binti, I had a strange dream," Gigi said softly. "An old woman told me we now have special powers because of the rats we ate." From that day on, things in Mbara began to change. Gigi, who was once so unkind, started to soften. She realized the importance of kindness and began to treat Binti with respect. Binti discovered that she could heal small wounds with just a touch of her hand. She used her new power to help the people in her village. But the story of Gigi and Binti was far from over. They had many more adventures ahead as they explored their new powers and learned more about the magical forest in their dreams. What they did not know was that their journey had just begun. The old wise woman had more to teach them, and the village of Mbara was about to become a place of wonder and magic. As the days went by, Gigi and Binti grew closer. Gigi learned to appreciate Binti's kindness and wisdom, while Binti was grateful for the changes in Gigi. The magical powers they had gained from eating the enchanted rats brought new excitement to their lives. One morning, as the sun rose over the village, Gigi and Binti decided to visit the wise elder of Mbara, Baba Chikandi. Baba Chikandi was known for his knowledge of the ancient stories and the mysteries of the land. They hoped he could explain more about the enchanted forest and their newfound powers. "Baba Chikandi, we need your wisdom," Gigi said as they approached his small hut. The old man looked up from his seat under the baobab tree, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. "Come, sit," Baba Chikandi said, gesturing to the ground before him. "Tell me your story." Gigi and Binti took turns describing what had happened: the rats, the strange dreams, and the powers they had received. Baba Chikandi listened carefully, nodding as they spoke. "Ah, the Enchanted Forest of Marula," he said thoughtfully. "It is a place of great magic, protected by the spirits of the land. The old woman in your dreams is the guardian of the forest. She appears only to those who are pure of heart and brave of spirit." Binti's eyes widened. "What should we do now, Baba Chikandi?" "You must journey to the Forest of Marula," he replied. "The guardian has chosen you for a special task. There, you will learn more about your powers and the destiny that awaits you." Gigi and Binti exchanged excited glances. They knew this was an adventure they could not refuse. The next day they prepared for their journey. The villagers, curious and supportive, offered them supplies and advice. Gigi packed a bag with food and water, while Binti carried a small pouch of healing herbs. As they set off, the villagers gathered to bid them farewell. "May the spirits guide you," they called out. Gigi and Binti walked for hours, the landscape changing from the familiar fields and huts of Mbara to dense, mysterious woods. The deeper they went, the more they felt the magic of the forest around them. The air was filled with the songs of birds and the rustling of unseen creatures. Finally, they arrived at the edge of the Forest of Marula. The trees here were tall and ancient, their branches entwined like a protective canopy. A path opened before them, leading into the heart of the forest. With a deep breath, Gigi and Binti stepped onto the path. As they walked, they noticed strange, glowing flowers and heard the whispers of the wind. They followed the path until they reached a clearing where the old woman from their dreams stood waiting. "Welcome, Gigi and Binti," she said with a warm smile. "You have done well to come this far. The Forest of Marula holds many secrets, and your journey is only beginning. There are trials you must face and lessons you must learn. But fear not, for you have the strength within you." Gigi and Binti felt a surge of determination. They knew that whatever lay ahead, they would face it together. The old woman led them deeper into the forest, where their true adventure awaited, filled with magic, mystery, and the promise of discovering their destiny. And so, the tale of Gigi and Binti continued as they embraced their roles in the enchanted land, ready to uncover the secrets of the Forest of Marula and fulfill the mission they were destined for.